Hi, I'm Jamie Kilmiller of Pandora Astrology. I'm in Berkeley, California.
And I'm Julia Mijas, also of Pandora, joining in from San Francisco.
And today we want to put a bookend on some information we've been giving you this year about the sextile happening between Saturn and Chiron. We're calling this authority and healing. Saturn is a planet of authority, Chiron is the wounded healer, and they're connecting in a harmonious way. I want to show you this, which I've shown you before. You would find this in our January playlist on our YouTube channel, Pandora Astrology, where we did a video called The Character of 2021, in which we showed you the aspects that these planets would make over the course of the year. And as you can see, Saturn, the brown line, travels along and meets up with Chiron, the green line, right here in February. It also then meets up with Uranus, but that's going to be another video that you'll find coming out from us next month in December. As Saturn and Chiron travel on along the zodiac this year, they meet up again in June, and they meet up a third time in November. Saturn is traveling through Aquarius, Chiron through Aries. When these two do meet up, it's in a harmonious connection we call a sextile. So this is, and always was going to be, a year in which the principles of Saturn, meaning authority, organization, structure, excellence, expertise, and also ruling government, by the way, that form of leadership, and the principle of Chiron, which is the wounded healer, which is all about taking things that have been split apart, that have been broken, bringing them back together, sealing it over, knitting it together, healing it, mending it. And these two principles have been working together this year. Now, the thing about harmonious aspects between transiting planets is that they are so smooth that they tend to operate in the background. You don't really notice them happening, especially when there's another more dramatic aspect going on in the same year, which has been happening as Saturn has been squaring Uranus. And like I said, you'll hear more about that in the video we'll put out about it next month, December. But if you want a clue about that, you can go back to our January 2021 playlist, where we did talk about what Saturn square Uranus was likely to be like. And then when we give our retrospective next month during its final pass, I think you'll find that, how that played out. So I want to show you this in action, in motion. And while I do that, Julia, I'd love to hear your thoughts on how this has played out.
Well, Saturn and Chiron, they're both not the easiest planet/asteroids to deal with. Saturn can represent limitations, restrictions, blockages. Chiron can represent wounding. None of these words are bringing about smooth, easy, joyous times. However, the sextile does promise that these two challenging energies will flow together, more harmoniously. Now, when I think of Chiron, that wounded healer, that idea of fragmentation, I was really influenced by something I heard from another astrologer in the Bay Area. And I brought this up in our readings before, or our recordings before, that Chiron, Jessica Laniato is her name. And she said that she noticed Chiron was strongly associated with immigration. When people had it strongly placed in their charts, they could have been immigrants or came from immigrant families. And there's this sense of having to sort of weave together some disparate sides of ourselves, different cultures, to kind of create an integrated whole. And I've noticed that too about Chiron and immigration. And I have to say, this year we have seen a whole new immigration policy change in this country, and even in some aspects worldwide. We've also been kind of, in a lot of ways, adding a bit more structure and stability to the idea of immigration coming into this country. Of course, there are challenges. It's not like everything is perfect and easy and smooth, but there has been some mending. And that's the best word I could use to describe this aspect. Some kind of mending has been going on, which has been changing that. And we have been opening our doors to more people, which I think is kind of what this country is all about. So that's one thing that kind of made me think about the theme of this year and reflecting back on this aspect.
Yes, I love that. We see it in the taking in of Afghan refugees during the pullout of the war. We see it in Biden's reversal of some of Trump's policies regarding immigration at the border and how that's handled. I think that Chiron sextile Saturn brings a time when we can feel that leadership is trying to do this mending. This is a time for feeling that there is competency going on, that things are more effective and more secure. And there is about this a strong sense of that healing going on, and a firm hand guiding it. So, yeah, I think that, well, I want to show you the timing of this because I just ran through the year and I want to show you the exact passes. So the exact passes happened here in February. The first pass, you see both Saturn and Chiron are at 6 degrees. And as you watch these two move, Saturn moves ahead and Saturn will then turn retrograde, which we see happening. We'll see the little, yep, there it is, the little red RX symbol right here as Saturn turns retrograde during May. And then Saturn moving backwards will approach Chiron again. Second pass is June 23rd, really close to what I have here on screen. And there it happens again at 12 degrees. And then at this point, Saturn continues moving retrograde and Chiron goes retrograde too. So Saturn is now in earlier degrees of its sign than Chiron. And what you'll see next is Saturn will go direct. Right there it happens in October. And then Saturn moving forward is going to form another sextile with Chiron. That happens the third time in November. On the 26th. And that's where we are now. So the final pass is happening. And so you can see that this covered a span of about 6 to 12 or 13 degrees. And so if you have anything in your chart in that span of Aquarius, then Saturn has really been testing that side of you this year, but Chiron has been helping by providing an assist through mending. And if Chiron has been transiting anything in that span in your chart this year, Chiron has been making you look at old wounding you have in that area and suggesting ways you might mend it, while Saturn has been pressing you to take responsibility for that mending. And the two of them have been helping each other. So I think this has been pretty cool and pretty helpful. And I really wanted to show it to you and show you how to see it laid out in time, because like I said before, transits like this are so harmonious and can go so smoothly. They're so not attended by drama and upset and battle that you might not even notice that good stuff is going on. And when you bring your attention to it, it can be very encouraging. So, Julia, did you say everything you wanted to say?
Yes, I did, Jamie.
All right. Well, hope you enjoyed this. You'll find it in the November 2021 news playlist on our YouTube channel, Pandora Astrology. And if you look at your horoscope this month, also on our YouTube channel, you will find that we mentioned this in your horoscope, and you can take a look at where these planets fall in your house structure. And until next time, we'll see you around the cosmos. Bye-bye.
Bye.